Welcome back to Below the Forest Floor. My name is Nancy, and it's been a while, and I am so sorry, but I have a lot of projects I'm currently working on, and I'm gonna be honest, I mentally checked out at the end of 2020. It was a lot. I'm sure a lot of you can understand. But we're back. Today's episode, unfortunately, is going to be a lot shorter than usual because I could not find a lot of information on this topic. Weird, right? That a civilization completely wiped out by another civilization has almost no information on their deities? What? No way. In all seriousness, it's very sad, and I will make the best of what I was able to find with my research. Today, I'm going to be telling you all about the Aztec god of rain, agriculture, and lightning, Tlaloc. Tlaloc is spelled Tlaloc for anyone who would like to know how it's spelled. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I'm trying to follow the videos I found on YouTube. I'm doing my best, but if I'm saying it wrong, I am sorry. I really am. No disrespect to anyone. Tlaloc is also referred to as he who makes things sprout. Pictures of him holding a lightning wand have been depicted on pottery for centuries. This wand does not look like a bolt of lightning though, like you might think, because of, a certain mouse putting out that Zeus holds a wand of lightning. This actually looks like a large, pointy piece of wood. Nothing special. In some stories, Tlaloc is married to the Aztec goddess of fertility and female handicrafts, but she ends up being kidnapped by another god. Tlaloc, in all his loneliness, eventually ends up marrying a lunar deity. And no, I won't say the lunar deity's name, the god who kidnapped the other god's name, or the Aztec god of fertility, because it is very difficult and I'm having a hard time with Tlaloc. This isn't their story anyways. Tlaloc is described as looking like a creature with extremely large round eyes, swirly nostrils that come from snakes' tails that wrap around his face, and fangs of a jaguar. And some researchers believe that the jaguar fangs are specifically chosen to represent Tlaloc's looks because jaguars hunted by rivers. Tlaloc was also the patron saint of the city of Teotihuacan. Here is a quote from the Britannica website that describes Tlaloc's great power. Tlaloc was not only highly revered, but he was also greatly feared. He could send out the rain or provoke drought and hunger. He hurled the lightning upon the earth and unleashed devastating hurricanes. The Tlaloc, it was believed, could send down to the earth different kinds of rain, beneficent or crop destroying. Don't you just love to hear all the ways ancient civilizations explain natural events like wind and lightning? The Aztecs also used Tlaloc to explain thunder in an interesting way as well. According to ancient.eu, deep in a mountain, Tlaloc would take a water jar and smash it with a stick. What exactly is a water jar, you may ask? Well, according to some stories, Tlaloc had 4 jars that helped him cause natural occurrences like thunder, lightning, and rain. They each had their own colors as well. These colors and jars represented northeast, south, and west, and the water jar was represented by the east. Unfortunately, Tlaloc didn't always help his people in the nicest of ways. Although he was a god known to bring life to the earth with his powers, he was known to be quite wrathful as well. Obviously, people needed someone to blame for diseases that involved waters and liquids, or accidents that involved being struck by lightning. Some people took these incidents as punishment. Obviously, I would too. That sounds horrifying, and if it was back in the day, I'd be like, yeah, Tlaloc, he hurted that man. He didn't want him around. But others saw it as a blessing, as if Tlaloc picked out certain people himself to join him in paradise. People who went to his paradise were those who passed away from drowning or passed away from special illnesses like leprosy or dropsy. Dropsy is what happens when liquid swells in your body's tissues It can occur almost anywhere in your body, but mostly common in your feet and ankles. The paradise these people arrived at was solely ruled by Tlaloc, and it was called Tlalocan. Tlalocan was also inhabited by the Tlalocana. The Tlalocana are guardians that could take on human form. But they also had a hunger for humans. It was actually kind of scary. Stories say that their guardianship over the land is so strong though, and that their word is so influential that it will stop Tlaloc himself from causing mayhem and destruction. According to the book, Folktales of the Nahua, A Journey to Tlalocan, 2 men tried to enter the mountain I spoke of earlier to gather riches. But in return, the Tlalocana people wanted one of the men as a trade so they could consume him. They were like, sure, you could have gold, you can have treasures, but we want that one. We're gonna eat him. And he was like, yeah, that's totally cool. I'm getting rich, right? And they're like, yes, but we eat him and you have to bring us a gift every single day. And if you forget, we eat you. And the guy was like, yeah, that's fine. I am okay with this. I don't know why he's okay with this, but he was. Not like a lot of things in fairy tales even make sense. Eventually, the man did end up getting eaten because he forgot to bring the Tlalocana gifts. He just straight up forgot. And he was like, it's fine. I don't need to do this today. I can forget about it a day. A day's not going to make a difference. Well, they showed up at his house. And they're like, no, we made a deal. You said we could eat you if you didn't bring us presents. So we're here to eat you. And that's the end of that story. And that's the end of this episode. I didn't mean to leave it on such a scary note. But yeah, that's all the information I could personally find myself. If you guys want to research more on Tlaloc, feel free to check out like the books I mentioned in the episode. This isn't at all sponsored by it. I just really thought it was an interesting read. And I hope you guys decide to go check out the Patreon. We're very excited to have that up. It's got special discounts for our store. Yes, we have a merch store, just putting it out there. And I cannot wait for the next episode on February 5th. Don't forget, I'll see you all there. Bye!